When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? Not yet. Oh. And just you wait. God, fucking Hamilton. I like that energy. Let's try that again, chat. When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Type shit. Type shit, type shit. All the kids. Keep going on about, fuck a private. Send it from my personal account. Gotta hawk it to ya. Hiding poison in my mouth. Glands holding the components to a copious amount. If I find out that you're really homies for the cloud. If I find out coded in directions that you route. If your loyalty leads only to contention in the drought. The confession that you flout will only poison you with, man. I've been hacking weeds. Crazy if you sprout with a sprayer that I tout. I'm cleaning layers of the ground. When it's ready for exposure, pick the pen up like a joust. Defending any venomous behavior as aroused from the doldrums that a poet tries daily to renounce. If the devil tries to trick us, speaking only when I bounce. I'm spinning off of Raven like it's Corey in the house. The chamber that I open leaves a hole where you pronounce. Choke on every word till it breaks up your gastronomy. Misshapen due to quantity. My circle takes in quality. You say what you've been banking on. Thoughts of your economy. Watch how much consumption's interrupting your autonomy. Reserve your reactions to the actions of the colony and really only speak when you could teach. Instead of following, you live the life of bad advice. Lost some opportunities. Could hold the ticker tape parade for all the caution that you threw. You're exactly who I'm thinking of to consummate a plan. Shut the cellar door, I'll go and oscillate the fan. While I roll out of board, we can find where it fits. You can move to the front, no one minds where you sit. On approach, I will interpret what it was I tried to draw for you. I pinned up a bunch of pictures. You're like, are we taking down the mafia? Look closer. And you'll notice that there's Polaroids of each of you. The orders are to make a line and take yours to your seats of you. So glad to meet with you. Break bread and eat with you. Skipped initiation, there's a reason this is reaching you. I broke the algorithm to reveal the infrastructures built by the society of real motherfuckers. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Thank you for coming, y'all. Welcome to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic. Some energy in this room, in this darkened room. We're getting a real light tonight. Thank you so much for attending. This goes on every single Wednesday, except the first Wednesday of the month. I am your host for this evening, facilitator of such open mic. My name is Brian Acosta Aria, also known as Brian the Motel Guy. More on that later. But again, welcome. How many people is how many people here is the first time at an open mic? First time open micers ever. How many people haven't done an open mic in a long time? Haven't performed in a minute? All right, let me break down what a Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic is. It's a safe space, but it is not a competition. All right, this is not a talent show. You don't get money afterwards. You don't get a prize. You don't get a medal or anything like that. This is a showcase for your art, okay? And it's going to be a beautiful night tonight. I have 3 categories of rules to properly facilitate this open mic that will go to approximately 8:30. this evening. All right, 3 categories of rules. We got house rules, we got open mic rules, and we got motel guy rules. I'm the motel guy. All right, first up, emergency exits. I have a whole script. Ready? I'm trying to memorize this thing. Oh, wait, let me break down first, before the rules, because who likes rules? Let me break down the Nuyorican Poets Cafe for you. All right, esteemed organization here in the Lower East Side section of Manhattan, established here decades ago, over 5 decades ago, in a poet named Miguel Algarin's living room. It has launched careers of many, launched from that living room to a brick and mortar space that is currently under renovations right now, scheduled to open next year. Many people have started their careers and established their careers on this open mic stage itself. All right, this has been around for many years. Many artists that you know, established artists that you know and love, Erykah Badu, for example, Eminem, Mos Def, underground rappers like Homeboy Sandman, Fred the Godson, and of course my favorite, MF Doom himself. Yeah, has all done this open mic. So this is a rite of passage if you are trying to launch your career in the arts of some sort, or just express yourself. All right, so let's get down to those house rules that I mentioned. Okay, there's exits. All right, where you came in, they're all illuminated by a red exit sign right over there. Right at this curtain behind, to the left of me and to the right of me. All right, in case there's an emergency, knock on the wood. That's why I have the stool here. All right, every man for himself. No. We will exit properly. Okay. Explain where the exits and bathrooms are. Exits done. Bathrooms, though, right in that hallway over there, folks. We got 2 bathrooms and a water fountain in case you get parched. Okay. Being that this is not the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, this is our foster home here at the Loisaida Center. Please refrain from tagging up those bathrooms in case you're an artist. All right, keep those permanent markers in your pocket. Keep those stickers in your backpack. All right, no one wants to see none of that. We have to respect this space while we're here. All right, until, of course, the Nuyorican opens back up. Please refrain from moving. Try not to move. Try not to go to the bathroom or go out in the hallway until between performances. All right, between performers, that would be ideal. All right, you don't want to interrupt anybody, especially if you have to take a phone call or something. Which reminds me, can I see everyone take out their phones? Can you take out your phones for me? Can I see your cellular devices if you have one? Wave them in the air like you just don't care. Put them on silent. On silent they go. Boom, anything that goes ring, ring, ring. Okay? Because we don't want someone to come up here, spill their guts, pour out all their traumas, and you hear a ringtone or anything like that. Okay? So be cognizant of that. Thank you so much. Also, another house rule, last one. No throwing items. All right? This is on the list for a reason. That includes flowers and or tomatoes. Don't do either. Wait until after the performance, the event ends to give the person some flowers or a basket full of tomatoes. Like, you suck. Here's some sauce. Okay. Now, open mic rules. How much time do we have, Brian the Motel Guy? We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right, you poets. All right, you people reading jokes and or reading from your diary, you got 5 minutes to do so. And of course, those that have a musical track, you have 1 song. As you saw from your corner of your eye, that flashing light will be waved to kind of signify it's time to get off the stage and wrap it up. Okay, thank you so much for that. Keep that in mind. When you come up here, I will adjust the mic to your face, like so. Okay, so you don't have to do none of that. You just perform your piece. Please play this space, really. All right, don't pick up the mic. Try to project. Don't scream in the mic. And try not to escape this zone. You know why? Why, Brian the Motel Guy? Oh, okay. Because we have cameras All right, you're live right now. All right, on both the Loisaida Center YouTube page and also the Nuyorican Poets Cafe YouTube page. All right, so and there I am. That's what you look like when you come up here. You will see yourself in that monitor right over there. All right, so just be cognizant that you're putting on a show for whoever's watching in live stream land. And the only time I want you to be pulling out your phone, okay, is to share that link. Go follow them on the YouTube channel. Go to your Instagram, share the live stream link. We want it packed full of people, from around the world. All right, so that's why I try not to move so much, because we got cameras on you the entire time. Okay, moving along. Oh, this is good. Further open mic rules. There's no censorship. All right. We encourage free speech, especially in a world where that kind of thing is dwindling, those kind of spaces here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. We want you to talk your shit. Okay. We're not going to impede on that whatsoever, but we draw the line, of course, at hate speech. All right, there's no point of it. There's no point trying it here. I will be listening to all of your performances in the back while you're on stage, and I'll be listening. All right, so if anyone tries to pull that shit, I will confer with the rest of my team, and we'll make a conscious effort to mute your microphone. All right, if there's any hate speech. Also, no nudity. Sorry, no nips, TJ. All right, keep their shirts on. I've seen it happen on these open mic stages, New York City. It fucking happens. All right, just try not to do that. All right, save it for your OnlyFans. Thanks so much. Okay. Now for the motel guy rules. You ready for the motel guy rules? Really easy. All right, really easy to follow. I want you to leave here better at letting go. I want you to leave here enlightened, capital E, enlightened. You know what I mean? I want you to leave here like a Tibetan monk in a monastery somewhere in the Himalayas, truly, okay? Because on your path to such enlightenment, there is realization that you and you and you and you and you out there are divine love. You are beautiful. You are the universe. Now imagine a world, all right, where we all believed in that, okay, and we didn't worry about things like race and man-made religion and the things that divide us and the jealousies and the ill will towards each other. That is kind of what we're trying to do here. And believe it or not, folks, you do not have to be on a monastery somewhere to reach that kind of letting go. Tell me if this is relatable or not, okay? For those that are trying something new for the first time today, and or you veterans out there that have done this before, but you've written something new. When you go to an open mic, right? What do you usually do when you get up here? You might feel a little anxious, you might feel a little nervous, but what does that voice inside of your head say? Fuck it, just do it. That's letting go. And we're gonna get really, really good at that. But to do that, we must remove things. That's what those monks do. They remove stuff out of their lives. They meditate, they become one and peace within themselves. We're gonna try that really quick. Get a crash course into that for the next couple of hours, okay? We're gonna remove the ego. That's what I do at my open mics. There is no ego at my open mics. No one is better than one another, veteran or amateur, no one is better. So, humor me, chat. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you my ego. Can I show you? Scalpel, just right here. I keep it between my boobs, obviously. Here's my ego, polished and bruised. It can fit in my hand, bruised constantly, this thing. And the ego is so very important, TJ, okay? It does make you human, all right? Some would say you can't even eat without your ego. You definitely can't make art without your ego. But again, the ego is not useful here. Your art, the thing that you have meticulously planned and prepared for this evening, that is what is important. All right? That's for the performer, and for those out there watching, without the ego, you can just watch and enjoy the beauty that you're seeing tonight. Okay? So do me a favor, grab your egos. Let me see them high up in the air. Come on. Do them. Humor me, Dave. Hold up that fucking huge-ass ego, Dave. Elmer, my boy's in the back. Hold them up. Thank you for playing. Good thing I got this big invisible sack with me right now. And at the count of 3, chat, you're going to yeet it at the small Asian guy. You're going to yeet the ego right over here at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Kobe. Boom. Oh, my God. Those improv classes fucking paid off. Here we go. Tied them up. It's kind of heavy, TJ. Kind of smells a little bit, a little putrid. Okay, you get your ego back if you want, but you maybe not even will want it back. You can get it back at the merch table before you go. Does everyone feel a little bit lighter now? Just a little bit, okay? What I want you to do, leaving here, seriously, chat, I want you to be able to say that you didn't judge anybody. You didn't think anything was fucking cringe. Ugh, that C word, cringe. You didn't think that, okay? You empathized, you sympathized, you did all of that because you have no ego, all right? We're in this together. I promise at the end of this session, it will all make sense. And you will walk out of here saying you saw something beautiful and you did something beautiful. Are you ready to play open mic with me, chat? Some more energy. Yes, we got a whole list of performers that seems to be growing as that door seems to be opening. I think there's a guy with a mallet. It's the best. I love this so very much. All right, so let me pull up the open mic list really quick. Okay, we have it digital. There it is. Okay. Oh, it's packed. All right, again, hard out at 8:30. We're going to get through the list, and if there's any time left over to do a second round after we get through the list the first time, then we will try to get as many people in. All right, until 8:30. Is that fair, everyone? Thank you so much. Okay, so we play open mic by using baseball terms, stuff like on deck. So I'm going to say the first person, which is TJ. TJ, where are you? Let's pretend I don't see you. TJ. All right, so on deck after TJ is Ave Maria. Ave Maria, are you ready? You're on deck. Let's play open mic, y'all. TJ, coming up to the stage. Give it up for a poet. Yes. We're doing it. TJ, everybody. I have to do the thing with the, come up to the mic. Let's get real close, TJ. Closer. There. Kill it.
So what's good? My name is TJ, and let me give y'all my resume real quick because I like to kill them with ands. So every time I raise my hand, I want y'all to say and, okay? So I am a poet, an educator, an actor, a musician. I am a hopeless romantic. Like, I like taking long walks on the beach after a moonlit, candlelit dinner and hours upon hours of chamba dumping into a glass of rosé. Oh, shit, my fault. I got distracted real quick. All I had to say is I have the superpower known as ADHD, which means I can learn almost any skill, and we can be decent at it, so I guess you can call me a jack of all trades, a renaissance man, if you will, and a man with the biggest form of imposter syndrome you've ever met in your life. Because in my head, if I'm good at everything, am I really good at anything? And you know, I kind of promised myself this was not going to be another depressing poem. Let's hope I can keep that promise. I don't like a lot of people. Like, I get along with almost everyone, but I can't relate to anyone who hasn't been through shit in their life. So yes, that means I wear my trauma as a badge of honor because the difference between me and them is my mama ain't raised no bitch. Like, respectfully, we both say we're pacifists, but the difference is they're harmless. I will still pass these fists. And of course, growing up, I was constantly thinking I had to get stitched up from facing the switch, but I survived. And looking back, I think I was her misguided way to kind of toughen me up and direct my light, but not diminish it. I guess that's why she always told me you better not start a fight, but I'll be damned if you don't finish it. I watch a shit ton of Hamilton. Like, when I say I watch it, I listen to the soundtrack, I even bump that shit at work. I also have a shit ton of anxiety, and if you combine those two facts, you get the fact that I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Like, when's it gonna get to me in my sleep or 7 feet ahead of me? If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? You know how they say you've always had anxiety, you just didn't know it. Well, I thought it was normal to come home on your last day of school every year and thinking, damn, I really hope I make it through the summer. So I guess I do kind of think of death a lot. On a related note, I know what an extension cord feels like, and no, I'm not talking about the material. And do you know what's funny? You would think that the thick ones hurt worse than the skinny ones. You'd be wrong. You wanna know what hurts worse than both, though? Being told to put your hands down and keep them still. And I'm gonna let you know exactly how many times I'm gonna beat you, and if you try to move a block, I'm adding more to the total. What's worse is having that skinny one stripped into multiple parts, so every time it hits, pain radiates from 3 different contact points. What's worse is looking back and staring in horror as a smile slowly starts to creep across her face, but in the words of Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. Do you want to know what hurts more? Being told you deserve it, and that I'm doing this for your own good, but do you want to know what hurts worse than all that shit? Being an adult and having to wake up every morning and look at scars that she didn't even know she left. I am a retired people pleaser. What that means is at some point I learned that I don't have to make everyone around me feel comfortable. What that means is I learned I don't have to be overly apologetic. Because before I was always like, yo, my fault. I'm sorry, my fault. I'm sorry, my fault. I'm sorry that it's my fault. Because if I apologize enough, maybe, just maybe, they won't hurt me too. And it's true that men are supposed to be protectors. And I want to be because no one has ever protected me. But how the fuck am I supposed to stop you from getting shot if I'm bleeding out myself? Nah, fuck all that. That was Tony. I'm TJ now. Tony was weak. He was tired. He was pathetic. TJ didn't know how to set boundaries to stick up for him. Fuck. Did I say TJ? I keep forgetting that Tony and TJ are one and the same person. Again, I keep forgetting Tony and TJ are, ride or die for each other. They're like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from each other. I keep forgetting that Tony and TJ are one and the same person, and that's because every time I step up on a stage and don the name TJ, I am on top of the world. I can perform at a bar and get everyone to shut the fuck up to the point where you can hear a pin drop. I know I'm going farther, but in the words of Marlo, I know I'm that bitch and that nigga. I can push through my anxiety and turn my pain into poetry, and I am sick and fucking tired of having Tony ghostwrite for TJ's life. So starting right now, I'm reclaiming feeling good about being Tony again, so let me reintroduce myself. Hi, my name is Tony. I'm a retired whore. I hate talking about my past when I'm not on stage, and I have a shit ton of ands attached to my name. It is very, very nice to meet you. Poem. So if y'all want to follow me, my Instagram is TONY9871. I do photography too. You can hit me at Pics by Suave. You can see me at the Rose Garden events, the Legends event happening in October, I think. Tickets are expensive as fuck, but like there's some fire poets on the line. I'll be at the Nuyorican with Brian a lot, and I run a poetry community. I'm gonna be right over there. I don't bite much. Bye.
Talk to TJ for more information. Thank you so much for setting the mic ablaze, TJ. I appreciate that. Let's not be shy, y'all. All right, we're a community here. All right, all trying to reach some enlightenment. So let us practice some feedback, all right, to these performers. Let's practice our snaps. Okay, let's practice some stomps if we like something, yes. Okay, let's practice if we really like something and we want to hear it again. Let's practice run it back. All right. Thank you so much. I want to hear some noise, especially for our next few performers on deck. We got poetry from the Incredible Hug. Where are you? Incredible Hug, thank you so much for coming and sticking around. But coming up to the mic, Ave Maria, y'all. Ave Maria to the stage. Ooh. Come closer.
So my therapist told me to write to the version of me that's good enough, but when my mind hits a place where my failures ring louder than my screams of helplessness, I can't help but to think that I am never enough. But you are enough. How? When I'm 5'0", $105, and the shoes everyone expects me to fill are 3 times my size, I'm quite literally never enough. But you are enough. No, not when men mishandled me or when he told me I didn't deserve the world before I found him on top of me with 6 inches of regret, as if I wasn't deserving of consensual sex or mutual respect. He must have thought it too, that I am never enough. But you are enough. What about when I've given my everything, my soul, my essence, my emotional investments, and there's still not enough fruits to satisfy their longing? They think it too, that I am never enough. But you are enough. What about when my thoughts are darker than the dried blood on my skin from lashes brought by sin because I am not as kind or as pure as the Bible said I should be? You're not listening when I say that I am never enough. But you are enough. Enough. Enough what? What does enough even mean? Nothing in this world is ever enough. There's not enough money, joy, happiness, or peace to quell the overtaking of hatred, anger, fear, or greed. Please tell me, what does enough even mean when there's still so much in this world left for me to do, so much room for me to grow, so many things I still don't know? I am never enough. But you are enough. Listen, no matter how many times you try to convince yourself that you are never enough, that does not change the fact that even in your imperfections, you are valued, you are loved, you are beautiful, but most importantly, you are more than enough. No matter how many accolades you do or don't receive, no matter how many men don't see what you or God sees, no matter how many fruits you harvest despite your planted seeds, no matter how many mistakes you make or thoughts that try to run free, you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Now, everyone, say these 3 words with me. I am enough. I am enough. One more time. I am enough. Yeah. Are y'all listening? Poem. My bad, y'all. You can find me on Insta, author.avemaria. Yeah, thank y'all.
Woo, give it up for Ave Maria, y'all. Thank you so much for that fantastic piece. I'll meet you at the monastery up there. For those that have just entered the room, again, there's a 5-minute time limit if you are a poet, and 1 song each for our musicians that just entered. Okay, on deck we got Abriana with some poetry. Thank you so much for sticking around, Abriana. But coming up to the microphone, we got the incredible Hug, y'all. Give it up. Yes. Hello, sir.
What's good, everybody? Hello from Portland. West Coast Portland, not East Coast Portland. The important one. No, I'm messing with y'all. Okay, poetry. What is it about my physical appearance that makes someone to approach me without saying, hello, my name is, and ask, what are you mixed with? If they find out, will they put me on display like some kind of a half-breed dog that they can leash? Will it make them want me to do beg, roll over, and other stupid tricks for a treat? Will it make them want to decorate me and put frosting and sprinkles on me like some angels or devil's food cake, or get drunk off of me like an alcoholic drink? Now, you think I'm cute? Just say I'm cute. Shit, I love compliments. But will your sex drive increase knowing you are possibly tasting an exotic dish? Will it make you savor my flavor? Will it make you want to do extra things with me? Because I guarantee my flesh will not taste any differently. The way that I do my thing will not change, and you will not hear me saying your name in a foreign accent. If some approach me like a government agent checking my authenticity in a roundabout way, ask me my ethnicity, to which I reply, oh my God, I am just another black guy, shit. And then they look into my eyes as if I just lied and say, no, it's your nationality, which is of course American, you see, but then they lean in and ask, what you know, or say, you know what I mean, and ask me what I'm mixed with as if a cat that's light skinned, kind of fat, possible sunburn, and long hair could in fact be black. So I answer back. Is knowing what I'm mixed with like reading my palm? Will knowing my racial past make it possible for you to see my future? Will you be able to verify my life if I say that I am in fact part Puerto Rican, Haitian, Polynesian, Arabic, or some other kind of brown skin tone? What does it matter to you what my bloodlines are, the racial and cultural history that makes up the essence of me? Are you going to give me a sickle cell test? Are you going to check my blood pressure? Are you going to prick my fingers to see if I have diabetes? Is knowing what I'm mixed with going to improve or worsen your view of me? Because if that's the case, and quite simply I am mixed with, part none of your fucking business. Part shut the fuck up, and part go back to wherever it was that you came from. If you are so hard-pressed to find out what I am mixed with, it only means this. I am not going to mix with you. Or you. No.
Okay. It's all good. Kill that shit. Portland?
My bad. You can find me at The Incredible Hug on Instagram. And if you're like a Transformers fan, you can follow me on A Grown Ass Fan on Instagram. Either one is cool. Follow them. I like it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Roll out. Thank you so much. Incredible Hug. Fucking incredible. Thank you. Okay, on deck, we got ELA, where are you? ELA, there you are. Thank you so much for sticking around. They got some poetry for us alongside with Abriana. Give it up for Abriana, y'all. Woo!
Hi, everybody. I'm visiting from LA. I'll say beforehand, I don't have Instagram. If you want to find me, it'll take the number. This is called How to Say Goodbye. Stick up a middle finger and begin to mean that shit. Drop off a person you can't live without at the airport and try to fight your disdain for the distance. Give them a church hug to hide the discomfort that's living in the back of your throat, and don't forget to pout. Like a child who was forgotten on the porch from a father who vowed to try and be better than himself, or chunk up the deuces outside the car that looks too much like neighborhood, like the child who grew up and left his soul on the porch of expectation. Find a relationship that feels toxic and flirt with the idea that you ain't ever coming back. Take your dog to the vet with the lie that he's coming home back with you, and cry in that room about how a child you didn't birth has to be put down with your permission by your hands. Beg Marcus to never leave you even though you left him a long time ago. Try not to say the actual word goodbye. Tell your mom, COVID is probably taking me with it, so don't show up at this hospital and make me hate the God I might go see. Go to sleep next to a human and wake up next to an angel and almost die with him because you missed his last breath. You can't tell me I ain't seen miracles. Watch your whole world explode on couches by his hands on purpose and pretend it had purpose. You can't tell me she ain't seen miracles. Tell yourself I don't miss them. While your ego rots inside you like termites that eat up the homes you built for protection. Let your cousin walk out the house and take your heart with her. Shatter your mom's heart and then glue it back together with tears and spit and blood and make it last long enough to break again. Leave yourself for a while. Lay on couches and floors and soak in rooms full of people you wish knew you. Let the sporadic language of you two speak. You can't. You've gone missing. You didn't say the goddamn word. Curse God for sending Jesus and then taking him back from us like a promise he could almost keep. Let the words sit under tongues like pills in a silence full of people that know all too well how to hide and float inside the wave. Stuff your mouth with genitals and liquor and lies and life and death and cursed words and greed and gluttony. Stuff your mouth like animals and harbor up what you cannot yet digest. Stuff your mouth with silence and sighs and huffs and puffs and woo and Stuff your mouth with black medicine, saltine crackers, saltine tears and ginger ale. Stuff your soul with reruns, let it all play back. Stuff your soul with ODs and dance breaks and lyrics that tell your story better than you can. Read the text message over and over until they don't feel like sticks and stones. Those words won't always hurt me. Fall in love with the Bay Area simply because it's 6 hours away yet so unavailable. Attach your hip to your uncle. Keep him close while everyone tries to rip you apart like conjoined twins. Watch him become more like your brother, become more like your dad, like the protection you always wished you could have. Watch him become you, you fucking mirror, screaming it, tell y'all both to get up. Record your 9-year-old voice for your mom to hear. In hospitals that become homes with wallpapers of death, but try not to visit. Watch your grandma waste away in apartments because she was too strong. She kept trying to save herself. Sit on a throne of false hope that levitated on clouds of fear. That's what they mean when they say sky's the limit. Pick up weapons of no. Words of warfare for his demise before he strikes your body with his bare hands like your soul was made for hunting. Choose you over comfort. I know what it's like to lay in thorns. I mean feathered pillows of emotional abuse. I'm just bruised. I'm not battered, but even if I was battered, I learned how to say goodbye to that version of me that was mute, that didn't know I write this poem, that didn't know I learned the good part of bye, that didn't know the weight of a straight spine. God, if I'm your baby, then birth me. Push this air right out my lungs, rebirth me. Tell me it's okay. It's okay to lie alone and die because I gotta learn to say goodbye so we can meet again at hello. I don't have any social media, but I will soon. If you want to find me, I'm around New York for a couple months, just hanging out, going to open mics, and grab my number.
Thank you so much for our out-of-town visitors that have chosen the Nuyorican Poets Cafe to share your spectacular work. We appreciate it. We have events throughout the week that you can attend, and of course, the open mic next week as well. Thank you so much, Aubriana. Appreciate it. All right, on deck, we got some comedy, y'all. From David Lee. David, where are you at? Raise a hand, Dave. Thanks for coming and sticking around, bud. We're coming to the mic with some more poetry. Give it up for ELA.
Radicalism and art have always held irrevocable homes and bones in each other. They are one and the same, distinct conceptually, but alike in soul. I believe this with every fiber of my being, but still the capitalistic cockroach creeping in the crevices of my psyche tells me my art is only valuable if it's worth something. First place, prestige, tens across the board, a crisp, not sweaty, $20 bill in my hand, the funds and time to go to every open mic where I fumbled the bag to make a bag. Lost time with my art to run my money up instead of running my lines, instead of learning my lyrics like a lullaby lovingly tucked into the insides of my eyes. My love is not enough. My soul is not enough. My sweat, spit, and sacrifice sliced across the page, made sticky with my sorrow and sin is insignificant if it doesn't make a buck. Ante up, think marketably of yourself, they say. You are skills and sinew. Figure out how to sell yourself in properly palatable packaging. Make sure it's up to snuff, skin tough, but still smooth and pliable to the touch and perfectly porcelain, please. They were the faces of my skin like skinwalkers. Like skinwalkers. Except these bloodsuckers don't fear sunlight, no. These shameless sinners strike with silver-tipped claws, pouring holy water and the word of a false god on their tongues in the blinding brightness of big, beautiful days with big bills and bad faith and bombs and bombs and bombs and bombs and more bombs, bastard born from our tax dollars. They rain down death and destruction on a deathless peoples. Mark the gravestones of the babies they bury with rubble, birth and death dates only a few days apart, if that. Look, most of the digits are even the same, but we already know our governments can't tell young bombs and brown babies apart as far as they're concerned. Both blow up in the end anyway. Real quick, tell me, did a single one of those 14,000 and counting, bouncing, bawling, babbling, brilliant, boundless babies, barely able to blink, threaten to bomb you before you blew them to pieces? Did you see revolution in those wide, searching eyes and greet them with a gun barrel to the temple? How many times did you pull the trigger before you could sleep at night? How can you sleep at night? People are the point of every pen, any pen that has ever touched paper to tell a story of names, faces, places, truths, and lives, so many smudged away or scribbled out to sterilize and sanctify the history of any book they haven't already banned. So I keep my own record. Carve names into the memory of our collective consciousness that they might never be forgotten. Here are just a few of them. Hind Rajab, a 5-year-old girl, final girl gunned down in a car before she could learn how to drive. Her family, already made holy by a hail of bullets, lay before her. Never met her and never will, but her smile seemed so bright it'll never see the sunlight again. They killed the paramedics trying to save her too. There is no justification. Rifat Al-Arir, writer, poet, professor, and activist, obliterated in an airstrike. The precision of his pen didn't save him any more than the supposed precision of the bombs that killed him, and he knew it wouldn't. Wrote his will into the words left as his legacy: if I must die, you must live to tell my story. Like his death was always more a certainty than his voice, and didn't we prove him right? Now it's all that's left of him, and they're still trying to destroy it. There is no justification. Ismail Al-Ghul, Hossam Shabat, Samer Abu Daka, Ahmed Alou, Hamza Dadu, and 300 other journalists targeted in airstrikes or shot down short-range brothers, uncles, sons, fathers. Are you not enraged? There is no justification because nobody deserves to have their homeland, their history, raised and erased, horrors actively denied, and hasteful, distasteful, political grace. Yes, it's heartbreaking. Yes, let it break you. But you must let it remake you. Those books are banned for a reason, so these poems are the union of radicalism and art. Our union is revolution in the making. Thank you. I have Instagram. It's Ella Carolla, ELACAROLAA.
Give it up for ELA, y'all. Thank you for exercising your freedom of speech here, where you can do that every Wednesday, y'all. So fire. Thank you so much. All right. On deck is Sam Engel. Where are you, Sam? I saw you before the Savannah Bananas jersey. Grr. All right. So that was a lot of heavy poetry, a lot of heavy words and themes. So let's take a collective inhale and exhale. Ready? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Woo. If you did it, thank you so much. If you didn't, keep breathing, y'all. All right. We good? Now for some comedy from my friend David Lee. Give it up for Dave, y'all. It's happening.
Spirit. Some people hear it. Some people fear it. Some people just won't go near it. I just wanted to fit in with everybody. I'm doing comedy. That was it. Does anyone know where those lyrics are from? Does anyone know? That is right. That is right. We shouldn't be proud of knowing that. That's kind of like, that's a Doug Fresh song for anyone. I'm gonna sit down. I'm old. I'm lazy. Anybody with a standing desk is a freaking sociopath, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I meant you too. I'm not gonna walk it back. I'm gonna stick with that. Anyway, so all right. How's everyone doing tonight? That's the best you got on Lower East Side. Let's try this again. How you doing tonight? All right, so Charlie Kirk is dead. He talked a lot of shit and took a shot in the throat. Now, I am going to say this right now. Regardless of your political beliefs, I find I don't really care. Is it just like, and I'm not saying I'm rooting for it. I'm not saying I was against it. I just don't care. Because I understand that words have a lot of power. I understand that words have a lot of meaning. They do. And you know what? Truth of the matter is, I haven't done stand-up comedy in 12 years. It has been a long time. Are you clapping because you wish I'd stop? Is that the case? Okay, no, I'm asking this because words have a lot of power, and I bring this up because I used to have a bit. It kind of fits in with the poetry jam vibe around here, but I had a bit where I would talk about words, specifically in all those casual dining restaurants we all used to go to. I gotta say, I'm really surprised Chili won that war, right? Who saw that coming? But when it came to Chili's and it came to Applebee's and TGI Fridays and all those places like that, on their menus, I said it's a simple formula. Everything is just a little noun like soup, salad, steak, chicken, stuff like that, followed by a little moniker, a little adjective, a little descriptor of it. You know these adjectives, right? You all know what they are, don't you? Don't you? Yeah, you know. It's all the same stuff. It's all zesty, tangy, Southwest, cheesy, chipotle, smoky, spicy, bistro, barbecue, honey glaze, Asian, Asiago, Italian, and Jack Daniels. This was how they broke that down. And now, all these years later, it's replaced by a bunch of new words. It's a bunch of new things. We got vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, nut-free, allergen-free, dairy-free, impossible, and organic. I never tried that one before. I thought I'd try it now. I didn't have as many this time, but we'll go on. So anyway, back to what I was saying about Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck. It is a weird thing. Listen, FCC, don't cancel me. This is on YouTube, all right? Okay, I don't care who YouTube is trying to merge with. Just let this go for a while. I'm not trying to say anything. So anyway, cancel culture is a weird thing. Freedom of speech is a weird thing. We all know that. It's an interesting concept. We know this. You can't say fire in a crowded building. I'm not saying fire. Sit down. Stay. But you can't say fire in a crowded building because that could lead to people getting harmed. Is that infringing on free speech? Should we be allowed to say that? These are questions you have to think for yourself. And when we talk about freedom of speech, we also have to talk about cancel culture and what just happened with Jimmy Kimmel. It's not cancel culture, it's something worse. It's government oversight, government censorship. Because this is only being allowed because companies want to merge and they can't do that legally unless they get the government to say it's okay. And so because of that, we have a weird situation where government is breaking the law in order to make speech less free. It's a confusing nature. And it works on both sides. This is not a liberal or a conservative agenda. This works across the board. The reality is Obama did this, Clinton did this, Trump did it now twice. We're sitting in a situation where these are problems bigger than a political party. It's a problem that affects all of us. And while we're talking about this, how about this? Okay, since there was someone else who knew the Ghostbusters 2 song by Doug Fresh, I'm going to assume there's someone in this audience who also understands the world of porn. Hey, I will admit it, all right? Don't kink shame me, all right? Okay? Making love to a monitor is a completely plausible way to spend a Saturday night. Anyway, does anyone know who August Ames is? Anybody? No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You only know her for the articles, right? Yeah, I know. Anyway, so August Ames, she had a whole entire thing where she said on Twitter, she made a comment that a lot of people felt was homophobic. And they screamed and they threatened her and they wanted her to apologize. And even when she did apologize, it wasn't enough. Now, this is coming from a porn star. Somebody that we have seen. We have video evidence of doing homosexual acts. And they were accused of being homophobic. And you know what happened to August Ames after all this happened? She killed herself. She killed herself after being cyberbullied because she was being called homophobic, despite the fact that she labeled herself as a bisexual. She dated women in her life, and she didn't feel that she did anything homophobic. She couldn't take it. She killed herself, and as a result, what I'm trying to say to all of you is, August Ames is dead, she talked a lot of shit, and she took shots in the throat. That's my time, everybody. I'm out of here. If you want to follow me, don't, because that shit's weird. Talk to my face. And I'll see you next time.
Hell yeah. Give it up. We got there. We got there, Dave. We got to the climax. Thank you so much for that set. Brilliant. We got some more comedy ready for all y'all too. All right, so settle in, chats. But coming up, we have a commercial break with some announcements. All right, after our good friend Sam Engel. Give it up for Sam with some poetry. Sam.
Hey, everybody. Hey, I have 2 short pieces I want to share with you. The first one, it's called Where Have All the Fireflies Gone? Where have all the fireflies gone? I can remember them so clearly. Warm August nights I hold so dearly, laying on the backyard lawn, gazing high up at the stars, multitudes of constellation, flexing my young imagination, terraforming the surface of Mars. Spontaneous flashes of yellow, the most minuscule blips of light, fill my sultring soul with delight, make me one happy fellow. But over time, their numbers have dwindled, fewer still year by year. Now I am starting to fear my dear fireflies have been swindled into investing in a worthless timeshare. Or maybe they're away visiting relatives. Their meals have must been dosed with sedatives, or frolicking with nary a care. We knew what we had to act on, but our foolish politicians were forever asunder. And now all that's left to wonder, where have all the fireflies gone? It's the first one. And the second one, so it's the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and so I figured I would write a Jewish New Year blessing. Dear friends of mine in this coming year, may your stars twinkle ever bright and fill your soul with endless delight. May you have the most attractive complexion and make on time every subway connection. May you finally meet the love of your life and your nascent marriage have no strife. May you save all the birds and the bees and preserve all the wetlands and the trees. May you vigorously speak out, for those who can't yell must shout. May you stay true to yourself and put negative attitudes on the shelf. May you stop to smell the roses before the good book of the Lord closes. May your ocean and sky be as blue as the beauty of each morning dew. May you reap the fruits of your labor, and in times of need help thy neighbor. May your efforts forever increase to bring about much needed world peace. May your memories be as sweet as all the apples and honey you eat. I wish you well, now heed my call. Happy New Year to you all. Thank you. You can just find me at the Sam Engel, E-N-G-E-L. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much for those blessings. So lock in chat. I got some announcements. Here's a commercial break, especially for you performers that haven't performed yet. All right, stand down while the motel guy yaps a little bit about all the events that happen here with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe from Monday all the way to the next Monday. We got a lot of stuff going on all throughout the New York City proper, starting with a poetry slam. Ever been to a poetry slam, anybody? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, it's pretty sick. We have one every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club. That is a competition. 15 poets enter, one poet leaves with a crisp $20 bill. All right, it's a great time. I'm there most Mondays. Again, the Bowery Poetry Club. Doors open at 6:30, but people pull up, skirt, at like 5 o'clock just to get on that list when doors open. Sometimes 4, all right, if you got nothing to do with your life. All right, I'm trying to gatekeep that, TJ. Okay, all right. Winners of the Mondays of every month get invited to something we'd like to call the Final Friday Slam, something that we've been doing for these last couple of years. All right, this takes place at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. All right, the last Friday of the month. This Friday, we have a Final Friday Slam. Again, the winners from the Nuyo Bowery Slam Mondays compete against each other, and invited poets, as well as one lottery spot. If you didn't win a Monday, you could still pull up, put your name in the hat, and try to compete if it gets called. It's pretty sick. You get $100. $100! All right? Okay, you can pay something with that, fucking a pizza, I don't know. All right, winners get the $100, and you also get a nomination to go to our end of the year Grand Slam. That's in December on my freaking birthday. Can you, TJ's in the room, there's 2 TJ's. TJ's, can you believe? On my birthday, the 26th. All right, just mark that in your calendar to send me a present, incredible hug. I need something from you. Maybe a hug, perhaps. All right, that's for... Damn. Okay. All right. We're going to get it today. All right, early birthday present. All right, again, the final Friday the Grand Slam is pretty sick. All of the winners from all the months throughout the year, all right, of the Grand Slam, they compete at the end of the year. This is going to be at the Apollo Theater. All right, the Victoria Theater at the Apollo Theater, like last year. It's going to be like the Oscars of poetry. We're going to get all snazzy and dressed up because it's my birthday. Okay. Onward to the open mics. Oh, thank you, Loisaida Center, for all that you've done for us these past few years. Thank you so much for facilitating this tradition of the open mic, this rite of passage for many, many performers of all acts, okay? And you're at this one right now, but come to us, please, for the first Wednesday of every month. I am not here. There is a open mic called WOW. Say it with me. WOW. Women Orator Wednesdays. That is catered specifically to women and women identifying folk out there. All right, you get your own space to talk your shit, and all the guys don't come. Just fucking, just don't come. Allies come, just be there, but you ain't performing. Maybe you're going to last, dead last. I pulled up once. I had to mop after it was there. But it's very important that we have these spaces for everybody. All right, so come back every Wednesday after that to this mic. All right, this all-act open mic hosted by me, Brian the Motel Guy. Bullet points include specialized studio session for artists looking to take their work to the next level. Everyone that performed tonight, you're gonna get a little snippet for social media. All right, some high-quality video. All right, so keep that in mind when you perform. It's pretty sick. All right. Gonna get some content for your socials. As I said, all open mics are live streamed on the Loisaida Center YouTube channel and the Nuyorican Poets Cafe YouTube channel. Doors open, as you know, at 6 p.m. Moving forward, we have a lot of other events, okay, throughout the weeks and the months, including an online open mic on Thursdays. All right, we've been doing that for years now. All right, it has its own community, especially during COVID. It was very important. But if you got to go back to Portland or the West Coast, you can still tap in and be a part of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe spirit. All right, we also have a slam workshop, which is online. That's free. That Thursday online open mic is free as well. There is an open mic that I host at the International Center of Photography called the 1,000 Words Open Mic, which is a pretty dope one. I don't know when the next one is, but it will be soon. We also have outdoor and indoor poetry events in Battery Park City, depending on the season and the weather. Several October open mics on Thursdays, okay? Hosto's Art Gallery, Centro, which is fantastic. I love that spot. And more. Flyer switch, last slide. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a non-profit organization. Okay. We have been that for a very long time. And of course, there's ways to continue to donate to us aside from going to our events. All right, because ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs. We always would like to give the option for you out there to subscribe to our Patreon. All right, $10 prescription. Well, it's a daily dose of some poetry medicine for all of you, okay? And also, you can scan that QR code to drop us some donations if you got it like that. $10, $10,000, anything is fantastic. And of course, these things are tax deductible. Go to nuyorican.org. And everyone, please follow us on Instagram at Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Commercial over. Thank you. Okay. Let's continue the open mic, shall we? Can I get a hell yeah? I like that. I'm stone cold all of a sudden. All right. Going back to the digital sign-up sheet. On deck, we got Lial with an original song. Where you at, Lial? You still here? Hi, friend. Thank you. Is that how you say it? Liale? Okay, way better than what I said. All right. But onward to the next performer before Liale. Give it up for Elmer Santos, y'all. He's my friend too. You're all my friends. You're all my friends. I've known these friends for a very long time.
You didn't even adjust my mic? What kind of friend is this?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, friend. Hey, everybody, how's it going? How's everybody doing? We're going to try some comedy tonight, I guess. All right, so yeah, my name is Elmer, like the glue, which means for the next 5 minutes you're stuck with me. Comedy, ha-has. All right, yeah, that was a rough one. I know. That's corny jokes. I like corny jokes. Corny jokes are like it's like spice on you know, like some people can handle it, some people can't. Sometimes it's too much, but it causes physical pain, right? Like and I like finding that balance, you know, trying to see where it's good, you know. Kids can get away with any level of corny jokes, you know, because kids are cute. And nobody cares about their opinions or what they have to say, you know? They're kids. Adults, not so much, but it depends. It depends on, like, if you're friends, you know? Like, if you're friends, they, you know, you can tell them, you know, if the joke's funny but it's corny, you'll laugh, maybe roll your eyes, maybe just be like, tell them to shut up. But if it's just corny and not enough funny, you just get mad. It's just awful. You just tell them, shut up, leave. Yeah, it's awful. Another thing that's like, you know, the thing with corny jokes is that it's awkward, and a thing that's awkward with like stand-up is having like a bad transition or no transition from one joke to the next, you know? So I have a lot of friends that like horror. Horror is a strange thing, you know, like people who like horror, they're scared, and that adrenaline rush, like, you know, it's a good feeling, and then the relief afterwards. I'm not a big horror fan. I don't like horror. I don't like being scared. You know, I don't have a normal reaction, though. Most people, the reaction is just, and then, you know, and then they love it, right? My reaction is like I have, like, Tourette's or something, because when something scary happens, I twitch, and then I just curse a lot under my breath, because it makes me mad that I got, you know? So it's just a lot of, like, God damn it, you know, like, just a lot of that. But my problem isn't really with, like, the initial scare. It's the residual fear afterwards, you know, that you're scared for, like, a week after. You're just paranoid. Like, when I'm in the movies and I'm watching something scared and something scary happens, you know, I'm in the movie, you know, like a typical movie experience, right? But then afterwards, you know, like a week later or two, you know, like, that movie's over. But my life continues, and I carry that evil with me when I gotta, like, turn on all the lights at night, and maybe I have to sprint to my car if it's dark outside instead of a casual walk, you know? Another thing I'm afraid of is, like, robots taking over, you know? Movies. Anybody watch movies? Like Terminator and Matrix and stuff? It's crazy. We're getting closer and closer, you know? I mean, we've had, like, audio assistant, you know, those vocal recognition software for a while now. And it's, you know, like Google, Alexa, Siri, all that stuff. And it's not perfect, you know, like, it's still, and I don't know if it's an enunciation thing or a volume thing, but I keep having to repeat myself, and that makes me mad, so I just keep getting louder, more articulate, and angrier until I hit, like, a level that's like a James Bond villain, or like John Malkovich, you know? I'm just like, Alexa! What is the weather in Manhattan? You know, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. So, this is a true story. This part's true. I mean, the James Bond villain, that's absolutely true. That's me every day. I need to know the weather. But the woman that's now my fiance, we were coworkers like 10 years ago. And when I asked her out 10 years ago, she said, her response was, oh, I thought you were gay. And my response was like, all right, that's fair. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you know, I cry in movies, I love musicals, and I sing Disney songs, and I look at women in the face and tell them I like their fashion choices. You know? So, you know, like, I get it's all there. It makes sense. But But then she tells me, like, oh, you know, Jim said you were gay. Jim's another coworker, or was another coworker. And now I know Jim. Jim's a nice guy. He wouldn't spread rumors for no reason. So I asked, like, why did Jim think I was gay? Is it because I cry in movies and sing Disney songs, love musicals, and look women in the eyes and compliment their fashion choices? And she was like, no. He said, this is true. Jim said, it's because of the way you walk. And I said, like, what? Like, how do I walk? And Jim says, according to Jim, straight guy Jim, he says, I sway my hips when I walk. Which, first off, I don't know. Why would I know that? Why would I know that? I mean, look, if you paid me $1 billion to ask me, like, any of the men in my life, like, how they walk, how their hips move when they walk, I don't know. That sounds gay. I don't know. That sounds gay. Like somewhere out there, Jim was just like straight guy Jim, my old coworker Jim, was just like looking at my hips when I walked, just like, oh man, look at Elmer wants it. Look at the way his hips move. Ugh. You guys seeing this? You guys clocking this? The gayest. He wants it so bad. I'm straight. That guy's gay. All right, yeah, that's my time, everybody. Yeah. All right, yeah. You can, if you, thank you. If you want to follow me, I have a TikTok. You can just look for Elmer J. Santos on TikTok. Thank you for having me. Have a good night.
You win the ha-has. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Elmer. That was hilarious. Look at him walk. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Don't look. Don't perceive him. Okay. On deck, we got some more comedy. All right, we got him tonight. From Dan Laitman. Dan, where are ya? Raise a hand, Dan. Thank you so much for sticking around, pal. All right, but coming up to the mic, we got Liale, y'all. Woo! I'm gonna be adjusting mics and stuff. Sit down. You'll stand, okay? Brian, the stage manager, y'all. Come on, give it up for me. Yeah.
You guys, yeah, you can hear that, right? Hi. My name is Liale. I'm just gonna, play an original song for you guys. This one is about, I call it like my ghosts, the people in your life that aren't really a part of your life, but they kind of stay with you and they kind of feel like they're right there, but they aren't. And that, it's called Who Are You to Me? I think of you, you aren't what I see, so who are you to me? I reach for you in the air I breathe, some shared reality. But who are you to me? know you? Don't I know you? Over the haze, you're here with me. The vision is all I see. But who are you to me? I think of you. You're in the air I breathe. You're stitched into me. Our shared reality. But who are you to me? Thank you guys so much. This is such a great space. I've never been here before, so thank you. If anybody's interested, yeah, my name's Liale. You can find me on Instagram at liale, liale.music. I haven't released anything yet, but we're working on it. And yeah, I just try to write music that's for the alone time, you know, so that's all. Thank you guys so much.
Wow, incredible. Put this mic back. Give it up again for that beautiful song. Thank you so much. The city and the tri-state area in general is full of talent, and of course you can find it right here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, right? Isn't that sick? Okay. On deck we got Molly with some poetry. Molly, where are you? Thank you for sticking around, Molly. I appreciate it. And thank you again for everyone for sticking around. Now give it up for my friend, Dan Lateman. Hi, Dan. How are you?
Hi. I'm good, bud. Keep it going for all the acts, especially the comedians, right? Okay. They're like, fuck the other comedians. Dude, those Elmer's glue jokes, I laughed so much it made me hoarse. Oof, all right. I don't make fun of people for their gambling addictions. I think that's just slot shaming. So both my parents are doctors, so by genetic code, I'm like technically a genius. But also, I spent all of yesterday with only one sock on. So IQ tests don't mean shit. I hope one day to reach the level of fame where I type my name into a kiosk and it goes, really? I have schizophrenia because I have to. And my parents always thought like I'd be selling drugs on the street. I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm not an entrepreneur. My wife, which is pretty incredible to say, she says she wants one kid, I'm hoping for 3 kids, and when they all come out, they say, 2 of them aren't there. All right. But I'm 5'6", and she's 5'2", so when our kid comes out, she will be insecure. All right, here's another really adorable one. I would never be a captain of a submarine. Too much pressure. Some of these are just for me. I'm a very shy, timid person. Did anybody here ever read Catcher in the Rye? And when he brings the prostitute into his hotel room just to talk, as a kid, I'm like, he has the right idea. Magic has changed a lot, like magic tricks. Now it's just escaping from a cage underwater. And during the Great Depression, it was like pulling a quarter out of your ear, and then you kicking the shit out of the magician so you could go buy a car because it cost 25 cents because it was the Great Depression. All right. I think we all know Biden loves ice cream, right? And I think Trump should love ice cream. He has no brain to freeze. Thank you. People take advice on future events from the Simpsons. You guys know that? They say that's an odd. I think we should take it further and get legal advice from Family Guy. Talk to the baby. He's British. He can take care of you. All right. I love having glasses. I love it's technically wearing magnifying glasses on my face. Sometimes I close one eye and pretend I'm solving mysteries. These are fun. As a schizophrenic person, I love fedoras. I can relate to them. I can relate to them so much. I hear voices, you think you look good. We're both delusional. I especially love Bitcoin because even as a psychotic person, I can go, that's not real. It's a better joke than you gave it credit for. Thank you. Thank you, one guy in the back. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Charlie Kirk today because it's too sad. Did I write anything here? Ah, shoot. All right. I'm getting canceled for that tomorrow. I'm sorry. That was a really bad call on me. Is there any way to unlive a thing? No? All right. Well, my Republican uncle is going to hate me now, so it's okay. All right. So if you still want to follow me, which after that I have no idea, you can find me at Dan_Lateman_standup. Thanks, guys.
Give it up for world famous political comedian Dan Lateman. Thank you so much, Dan. Seriously, thank you to all the stand-ups that choose this space to work out your material. All right, this is a fantastic space to do so, and you're not going to get canceled, Dan. But shout out to the Republican uncle watching the stream right now. Grrr. All right, cool. It's better than Turning Point USA, you know what I mean? Okay, all right. Jeez. Okay. On deck, we got Paul. Where are you? With some poetry, Paul. Paul Skiff. Thank you so much for sticking around from the legend Paul Skiff. But give it up for some poetry. For Molly, y'all. Give it up for Molly. Woo! Yeah. There you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. I have some poems. It's like a traditional dating experience. You keep saying, a little shy, as though nothing more embarrassing, what could be more humiliating than finding happiness, solid, steady love, tenderness, with just some guy, breaking your code because you were always the gay one, with me just figuring it out, somewhere stranded in the middle of the road. To be with a man was not the vision, your path disrupted by tradition. That's nice. I can't be mad, really. I've always sort of yearned for the same. Like in August, when you asked me to be your date to that party, I almost cried because I felt all wrong. Little black dress, skin tight, hips too full, arms bulging out. Do I look all right? Do you want to borrow something of mine? You offered that blank stare, finger combing long blonde hair, icy eyes that had helped me decide you were someone I would know and kiss back when we met. And it's true, going out for us has always been effortless. All the nights, coaxing drinks and drugs out of men, looking good together in pictures, what a true pair, one another's complement. Sunrise on your roof with queer sex, and of course, we were both vegans. We just never really missed. Really, going out for us has always been effortless. Do you want to borrow something of mine? Well, no. I think I was just looking for you to say something traditionally nice. I was not thinking of how, of course, yes, we are the same size. I can't be mad. Really, you found something traditional. You're finally invested. Don't worry, it's not so bad just because the whole thing is a tad bit heterosexual. Don't be shy, really, it's all fine. I'm still waiting to be held tight. I'm not picky, neither gay nor straight, just kind of a stray, wandering somewhere around the middle of the line. No clear mission, perhaps welcoming tradition, perhaps just desperate for attention, waiting to be held close and tight, assured generously that I look all right. I am not afraid of the blood coming out of me, but want to bathe in its relief. Is it disgusting that I've always enjoyed the smell of period blood? Ecstatic at the way it brings me back down to earth in its own aroma and entity, it's hard to keep it up. This feeling real, connecting the joints and muscles, the fat and flesh to a mind. What is it that I'm here for? What is there to maintain body and skin, the textures of your hair? Catching your reflection might beg you to ask, have you been here all this time? Then what a shame, I have not yet asked for your favorite flower, and I know none of your answers. I got my first period at 19, a little something abnormal, a little gift from the gods. Here you are healthy and trudging along past this and that, a deadly illness. You may stumble on some stray branches, but you are real. There is blood in the toilet, stopped in your tracks. I cried on the phone to a friend the other day. You might have seen a girl breaking down, wilting into my pillow beside the window. Full sun on display. What am I? I called this old coworker. And what is it that I do? Have I ever done anything ever? I would bathe in my own period blood if I could. My dear, she said, you are an observer. Thank you. My Instagram is my name, Molly Altucher, Altucher.
Woo! Thank you so much for sharing that, Molly. Incredible. All right, on deck, we got an original song from Mandy XO. Mandy, where are you? I saw Mandy a second ago. There you are, waving that phone in the air. Thank you for sticking around, Mandy. But give it up for a dear friend and legend around these parts, Paul Skiff, everybody. Woo! Get him, Paul.
Program note, I do have PTSD, so if you see me get out of control, that's just the deal. Live it. This is just a poem. For living mostly beyond the planet Pluto, I apologize, but not because I feel contrite immense interplanetary guilt, just for inconvenient bewilderment of how lonely your voice feels as it dissipates minuscule and frigid vastness of futility. I promise to signal from remote emotion, half-felt declaration, microscopic listening unwraps that already knows what the imperceivable silence means. Look with heart so affection is bridge connecting difference and distance to common face human understanding wears when avalanche of need carries requirement over atrocity, blind violence commits. Why hearing and waiting wear the same need to receive is because the event of change enters time without discriminating against the mind being a material object with power to transform tangible experience into metaphysical sensations welcomed as knowing deep beneath the skin you wear that is this earth's requirement of habitability. I request that you rematerialize as a person without animosity and antagonism. Such emotional nudity as health and unburdened need is cured by. The experience of your love has made it impossible for me to accept the human condition as it exists today, and thank you for that disability, as now I will need to improvise potential for utopia, not as possibility, but as the giving of small kindnesses repeated like change never ending. You will be eaten by the compatibility of horror and devouring depravity that makes sorrow the sundown sinking beauty born with your own heart if the banality of your instinct for self-harm continues to dominate what your spirit delivers. Preference is a charmed bird warbling creation's rhapsody of self-respect, giving clarity to how I know what to do when I am required to forget what my mother told me about how wrong is obvious, especially when coming out of the mouth trying to assign me the identity of powerlessness and total despair. So yes, you did hear me correctly. I said no. For listening intently to yesterday from tomorrow, so absolute awakening repairs the moment, cupping all your senses, the silent pause, single vibration of life passes through between awareness and forgetting. You, the breath choice makes within decision's responsibility to assign the continuance as the despite rhyming pain with never mind and ecstasy with fervent embrace. Unfold astonishment like a color no one knows. Float like a celestial nova in discovery's throat as the new word which will reveal our shared heartbeat improvise 30 more minutes of the moon's face so a white light dances as indulgence past tomorrow that was supposed to begin and be recognized if it is not hearing with blood's pulse that enfolds the rhythm water's dream makes. Into your throb, call rain the sky's pleasure song. Spread your fingers into the tiger's fur of sleep and have danger be as close as a comfort. Stand back from the sense of depth one star widens, for you are, yes you are, all of you are, what the stars reach for. Your consciousness, the destination for their primordial light. You have always been the universe's home. That explains why your body feels so small and inconvenient, and your consciousness so expansive you can never keep it all contained within you. Fucking trust me, hey? That's all I'm asking you here tonight. Just trust me. I wrangle unseen places among our humanity and dance across this moment's floor of need to satiation with the warm, sashaying rhythm of my tongue laughter. Thank you. IG is just Skiffgram, Skiffgram. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with all.
The legend, Paul Skiff. Thank you so much. I've been hosting open mics with the Nuyorican for just a dozen times or so, and Paul has been here. Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate that. All right, so on deck, we got Annie? You still want to go, Annie? Yes, thank you so much for electing to go. Thank you so much for everyone for sticking around for our next act. Give it up for Mandy XO. Mandy XO, y'all.
A bit higher, right? Yeah. Just a tiny bit. Thank you. Hi guys, how y'all doing? My name is Mandy XO. I'm gonna sing a very personal piece that I wrote last week, and what you're gonna hear as the soundtrack is me as well. It's called No Man's Land. Let's go. No shit. No shit, right. You took my body and made it your own. You left me both feeling empty and full. Am I the victim? Or am I just a if I'm the victim, what does that make you? I said no, but you chose yes. I said no, but you chose not to care. My body is a no man's land. My body is a no man's land, and you put it through hell. When did no become so consensual? Abusing is your ritual. The feeling is mutual. You're not the victim. My body is my temple. So why is it so tempting to make it your property, I will ever be. I said no, but you chose yes. I said no, but you chose not to my body is a no man's land. My body is a no man's land, and you put it through hell. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So this piece is very personal. Before writing it, I asked God to help me because I was like, I need to just get it out of my system. I do have many other songs coming out in a few weeks' time. My name is Mandy XO. You can find me on Instagram at it's Mandy, MandyXO. You'll be blessed. Thank you.
Wow, spectacular. Thank you so much. Mandy, is that going to be on streaming soon, that song? Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Go stream that song and go follow Mandy. On deck, we got TJ the poet with some poetry. The other TJ here. Okay, but coming to the microphone, give it up for Ani, y'all. Woo! All the way to the stage. Hi.
Yeah, I didn't plan anything. I know, that's not a good look at all. I think, oh my God, where I'm at right now is that I work in a place where it kind of feels like Mad Men. And it's not all bad or anything, but it's just like, it's old school. And it's a lot of guys, and it's kind of a lot of energy that I don't honestly really know how to work with all the time, but for some reason I'm just like, I don't know, I guess I'm like, this is New York. This is why you're here, is like you have to kind of be able to handle these high pressure environments. And I don't know, my feeling is just before I go back to work, it's like I have to do something because I get so fucking annoyed all the time. And so fucking fed up and so over it. And everything feels so subtle at the same time, so you can't really put your finger on anything. But I feel myself kind of just floating out into this different universe where I'm just looking at everything right now, whether it's my reality or the world, and I'm so just done. And I think it's like I feel so apathetic and I feel so annoyed with my own apathy. But the thing is, I feel like even in this room, and this is no disrespect to any of the performers or anybody, but it just feels like we're all kind of, you know, like rats running through a maze. You know, I don't know if anybody in here identifies with the right or if they identify with the left or whatever, but it just kind of feels like I don't have that much hope for anything being like organized. And I feel like even just to exist here, when I think about the genocide and all this stuff, it's like, it doesn't matter what you do. It's even if you're just buying groceries or you're paying, you know, your rent or you're paying your taxes, like feels like just to exist here is to kind of just be a part of this evil thing. And I start to feel so pissed off at my own banality, you know, the banality of evil. And this sounds so stupid because I'm just like, God, I don't know. I'm like, I wonder what matters, you know? And I guess then I get upset because I'm like, is this kind of what, you know, the government and all these people in charge of the way they want? You know, they just want us to be kind of frozen in our own apathy or frozen in our own sense of shame or whatever. I don't fucking know. And my brain is so disorganized all the time. It's like I can never get it together. And I feel like people ask me all the time, what are you doing? What do you want to do? Do you want to sing? Do you want to do? Are you trying to be a comedian? Do you want to do? What the fuck do you want? You know, and it's like if you don't have an answer, if you don't give directions, then things kind of start falling apart, I guess. I don't know. There starts to just be more chaos. And I just don't fucking know, you know? And I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I need to scream. Like, all the time I need to fucking scream. And it's my job to just be like, hi, great. I love it. And I fucking can't do it anymore. Like, some guest had put his hands like this. He was so drunk. He's like, can I get a drink? And I've never done this in my life. I said, get the fuck off of me, you know? And then other people were like, oh, calm down, it's not that big. Yeah, it is a big fucking deal. Get your fucking hands off me. You don't need to fucking do that. There's never a situation in this life, in this scenario, where you need to have your fucking hands on me. And it's constant, you know? And it's like, fuck me, because I didn't go to grad school. I didn't do a path. Like, I know I'm the fucking disappointment of my sisters, and I'm honestly so fine with it. But when it means being in these spaces where you're constantly having to take shit and you're constantly just, you know, an observer or whatever of all this shit, and you just feel yourself always floating away from your body in a different fucking universe, it gets so fucking old. And so I just came here to shout, I guess. Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Yes, as you should, period. Clock all of that. That is very relatable. Thank you so much. Wow, this is what this is, okay? You got 5 minutes up here. Express yourself. Do what you got to do, okay? Okay. On deck, we got Brian Fernandez. You're on deck, bud, with some comedy. Thank you so much for sticking around. But give it up for some poetry from TJ the Poet. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. I knew him first.
TJ number two. If only they had eyes. If only they had eyes and a heart. If only they had eyes and a heart under that bark, they'd probably cry. If only they had eyes and a heart under that bark, they'd probably cry from watching mankind from the very start. These trees are eyewitnesses to how brutal history is and how the ripples of the past very subtly rock the present. I hope the future is nothing like the present, because the present is far from a present to present to the past when human progression takes off its mask, and it's the past in disguise. Like a wolf wrapped in sheep's clothing, how it lies in plain sight, knowing if it's undetected, it gets to keep going. Do the trees see? Massacred bodies celebrated with a turkey feast? Do they watch us praise violence on those who don't share the same beliefs? Do they have money to buy that we change for better? Just to fast forward to a time we claim the system is colorblind, but every time we mention crime, why are brown crayons being used to color inside the lines, leaving all the white on the outside? If crime is crime, why do we have brown people in jail for selling weed, yet we had CEOs and those with the skin of snow sniffing coke, driving past the 5-0 that's cold? Oxymoron to be innocent, an immigrant, like skin is a reflection of what's within, or crime is only subliminal when you can afford to be a criminal. If only trees had ears, could they hear wooden homes explode? Like Fat Boy and Little Man dropping on ripe fruit, like innocent bodies in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or the cracks from kamikazes dropping like sake squeezed out from your waiter serving hibachi, as humanity is constantly ready to give life, to take life, because that's right, right? Where all these rights got everything going left. If they had lips to praise, would they say we progressed? When we skip to a time, you get vilified for taking a knee to show respect. A time we snuff out the oxygen they give to breathe, to put knees to neck. Did the tree see it? Did they cry the times they gave men and women not considered human a trunk like a hug to wrap their arms around as they squeezed them just to get through a beating, whipped until shallow breathing branched into hearts no longer beating, just to watch their body fall like the season? Did the trees shake as they gave shade as a resting place for runaway mahogany bodies labeled property from the hounds that were trained to maul them down? They say when a tree falls, it doesn't make a sound. If they had voices, they'd scream, seeing classrooms full of children more dangerous than a prison when you can walk in a school with a tool and choose who's dying today and who's living. Like, how we make it to the 2020s, but we're still blind to the vision, failing the mission. It's sickening. So from the roots to the bark, to the branches, to the leaves, leaving trees frantic, how many chances would the trees give us before they give up? Thousands of years watching us slip up. If only we had eyes. If only we had eyes and a heart. I'm TJ, the poet. Thank you. I'm TJ, the poet. I've been backing away from social media, so I'm not giving out my social media, but I am on, I do go to the Nuyorican on Mondays to do the Bowery Slam, Nuyorican Bowery Slam, and I will be at the final Friday. So if you want to see me perform and compete there, I will be there. So thank you for your time, thank you for your ears.
Give it up for TJ. You will see him at this Friday's Final Friday competing for $100 and a chance for our Grand Slam. On deck, we got Ely James. Where are you? Ely? There you are. Hi. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. Coming up to the mic, we got some comedy from Brian Fernandez. Brian Bermandez. Give it up.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh no! America! What? What did I say? Oh no! I'm a bad boy! Half this hit better cover your ears, because there's a naughty nonsense in there. Wow! 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 America! This ain't the country I believe in. I want music. I want laughter. I want it to keep it cool, America. America! Oh, man, remember that? America! I had to put little stars on there because back in the day, teachers would sit people in the corner based off John Donne's SCOTUS, a philosopher. And I had to put little stars because America, you're looking more like America KKK. Oh boy. Who? My goodness. Whoa. What is happening? Oh. Ah. Oh, yes. That's right. America, let's keep it cool. You know, we've absorbed a lot of nonsense. It's a lot of blah, 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 blah. Yum, 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 yum. Woo! Okay. Enough of that. America, I don't know what you've become. Let's put that to the side. What have you become, America? Ugh. Ugh. America. Ooh. What is this? Oh, come here, you. Yes! Smash! Smash! Yeah! That was me trying to smash injustice. But I guess we don't want that. Oh, America. America, what? You want me to dance? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to tap dance because this administration is ruining our education. They're defunding our arts and music. So what am I to do? Oh boy, oh, that's right. Focus, brain, focus. What do I have to say? A lot of people ask me, hey, Brian, are you a clown? Clown? No. I know professional clowns, but when people say, are you a clown? They use it as an insult. And nowadays people use that word, it's a little messy. You know, modern day clowns, they're all over the place. But they use clown to describe politicians. And that's an insult to professional clowns because back in the day, Gesundheit, bless you, bless everybody. Back in the day, the military had to observe the circus because the circus was such a genius in how to develop a town and then be able to pack it up and ship it out. And oh my goodness, oh, that time I did the tap dancing and calling Trump, he's not a clown, he's more of a buffoon. Because a buffoon lives off hate. And oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. I didn't even get to talk about this explosive energy. Oh no. Oh no. You know, our problem is all about this. Has anybody read the Bible? Because me, it seems like an evil poltergeist. Just read the first 2 chapters. They've made that, they're gone. Oh my goodness.
Where'd he go? Give it up! Where's the microphone? Give it up for Pop Genius Brian, everyone. Do you need some help, Brian? Dan Laitman's Republican uncle is rolling in his grave right now. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Brian. Appreciate that. All right, we got a few more performers until we got to skedaddle out of here. We're going to keep it to 4 minutes. Thank you so much for expressing yourself, Brian. On deck, we got Nathaniel Willock. Nathaniel, are you still here? There you are. Thanks for sticking around. Nathaniel, give it up for Ely James, y'all. Woo!
Hey, excuse me. My time didn't start yet. Mr. Bryant.
Yeah.
What's in my hand?
It's a
Mhm.
prop. I don't
So,
know.
so what should you be doing? Huh?
I wasn't
Thank you.
sure.
Thank
There
you.
you go for it.
Appreciate you. Hi, everyone. As you heard, my name is Ely James. That's E like the letter, Lee like Spike, and James like LeBron. I gave him all my energy just to find out he's been sleeping with the enemy. She now has a piece of me, and I gotta go find the peace in me to forgive myself for giving up the best parts of me. Stop sipping juice from the forbidden fruit that I squeeze. All you do is take and make me feel like I will never be what you need. Like I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out. She's running out. She's running. Run, 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 run. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. I wish I was special. You're so very special. Thank you, guys. So, like I said, my name is Ely James, and I help curate an open mic every fourth Thursday, which means my next open mic is this Thursday. Actually, it's tomorrow. Yeah. And it's in Harlem on Lenox in between 142nd and 143rd. And I have a really good visual memory, so I better see all of your faces there. Have a great night.
Give it up. Thank you so much for that lovely cover. Thank you, Ely. All right, on deck, we're going to get through this chat. Let's do it. On deck, we got Madrid with some poetry. Madrid, you still here? Thank you for sticking around, Madrid. Give it up. Coming to the microphone, we got some more poetry from Nathaniel Willock, everybody. Energy, 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 energy. We're doing it, chat. Let's go.
Hi, how y'all doing? All right. Yeah, like he said, my name's Nathaniel. This is my first time performing at an open mic in New York. No, wait, I didn't finish. In New York. This is my first time performing in New York. New York. My family moved to Georgia when I was 4, and I'm here on vacation right now. But yeah, this is the first poem I ever wrote. I hope y'all enjoy it. When it comes to meeting new people, I truly don't mind. But I like being honest, and my honesty is heavy. It's got a price that you can't levy, and I will not let you bargain. No. In the past, I had led a life of going along to get along for far too long, and my heart began to harden. So many times I was caught in the margins of standing in my own truth or watering other people's garden. Now I know what you're thinking. Can't you make space for both? Being yourself and being a friend seemed like an acceptable approach. But growing up, I was the oldest. And between having a mom who was still figuring out her life and a dad who was constantly working to pay the bills, I didn't have a coach. So I was left to my own devices, watching my parents make unhealthy sacrifices, like popping out when you know you don't have it, attempting to lead a life that appears lavish, also that the ego doesn't seem bruised when you go to converse with others and compare status. You see, I was switching codes while switching codes everywhere that we would go, too young to know that I was giving myself the least while giving others the most. And I had made masks my identity instead of my tool. And these are things they just don't teach you in school. But in light of that, I've spent these past few years getting to know myself better so you can get to know me. And speaking out now where I hadn't before has allowed me to be free. I've also found better boundaries and they've been very crucial to me. So I think I'm ready to be your friend. I'll have to see if you agree. But like I said, when it comes to meeting new people, I truly don't mind. But I like being honest, and my honesty is heavy. It's got a price that you can't levy, and I will not let you bargain. No. G. Y'all can find me on Instagram and TikTok at 3heartNate. That's THREE.heart, HEART, Nate, NATE. Thank you.
Give it up. Wow, thank you so much for coming to this open mic. All right. We got a couple more people. All right, on deck. We got Grace. Grace, where are you? Grace, are you still here? Thanks for sticking around, Grace. Now for some more poetry, give it up for Madrid, y'all.
How you doing? Hi, how's everyone doing tonight? Hey, my name's Madrid. I'm originally from Miami. I have 2 poems to present today. The first one is called Roadkill. On all fours, fur up straight, 2 fast suns flying can't match their pace. Smooth as grass like rock-hard bile. Dash for shelter, dash forever, run a mile. They missed me, the creatures. No fur off my back and neither ear clipped. Waiting for mom, I turn back, see the monster dash. It was just as quick. That was the first one. Thank you. This next one I wrote today. Yeah, some new shit. Walking around Tribeca. I'm also vacationing here for about a week or 2. I quite like New York City. The energy here is fantastic. And going to this open mic night, the first open mic night I've been to in New York, I can see why this is the place to be. By the way, I loved your performance. Okay. This one's called I See You on the Tribeca Fire Escape. I'm not afraid of heights. I see the ants sprinkle and my spit splat. What terrifies my mind is the ledge crinkle or fold flat. Windows hold fear at ease, only pigeons and doves lay their nest by my feet. I do whatever I please when I rise above where they can't reach. This fire escape edge which drops to the street leaves nothing left. The loner on a ledge spots me on the beat and draws my last breath. Thank you. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you for your performances.
Thank you so much, Madrid. Woo! All right, our last performer of the evening. Grace, where are you? Coming up to the mic, finishing this wonderful night off. Some poetry from Grace. Give it up for Grace, everyone.
I don't think you gotta change the high mileage. All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys for staying all this time. I low-key signed up like super last minute. I was kind of nervous, but after like seeing all y'all's performances, I was like, I think I'm gonna do this. So I got 2 poems, and they're pretty short, so I won't keep you long. First one is called Smart Ass Cottonmouth. What good is a smart cottonmouth? Choked, choking. Cut this tongue out, should it fail me. Blink real hard, the words still there. Feather upon my lips, cage my breath inside me. Lung filled with bricks, a sponge of blood decries me. One line, not. Split it, not. Spit it out. Spit it out. Not quite a son too much, a daughter too light for sun, too small for thunder. Knuckles white, gums red, paper takes salt with a little fuss. Condensation, I know, is not a matter of fault, yet the glass burns under the light as you watch its innards seep through. A bead of blood. Osmosis is not the right word, yet it feels like it. Twisting and turning, the glass laments its maker. Content as you were before, this is now different. What should have been held has escaped. Out of grasp, the pearl must be offered. 2 hands outstretched, it rolls in my palms. The impossible gash has forced my hand. Take it, take it. I want you to have it. And my second one I actually just wrote today. Yes, new shit during a happy hour. So let's see if it's good shit. All right. Burning sun, a rope tearing in your palms. With a clenched fist, you pull. The mere inch in this wrinkle of time, the hunger feels a well empty. A perfect circle, down and down, till the black of the hole melts into the dirt. Circles, down and down, a mouth pried open. The sun may fit the lips offered to the sky, tepid with swarmy desire. Air heavy with anticipation for a burning unknown. Who considers the packed ground already black in soot from the white light, a sphere made flat, the stomach full of water waiting, a fire's promise. And that's it for me. Okay, so my Instagram is Grace Jong, which is my full name, but it's like my last name is spelled like ZHCNG. Yes. Have a good night, everybody.
Excellent. Wow. Look at that. Thank you so much for that button, Grace. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everyone for sticking around. But before you go, I have some notes. All right? As any good host should do, I took notes while everyone was performing, and these are the things that stuck out to me the most. From the top. What hurts more than all that shit? Being an adult. Yeah. I'm a retired people pleaser. Yeah, that's some real shit. But you are enough. They think it too, that I'm never enough. Even in your imperfections, you are loved, you are valued, you are beautiful. What a way to kick off the show with that mantra. Thank you so much, Ava. You think I'm cute? Just say I'm cute. I love that. Yeah, it's true. Is knowing what I'm mixed with like reading my palm? And my man Hug is not here anymore, but this was his poem. I'm mixed with none of your fucking business. I'm not gonna mix with you. Love that. Stick up a middle finger and begin to mean that shit. Yeah, that's hard. You can't tell me I ain't seen miracles. Yeah. I know what it's like to lay in thorns. That's hard. Thank you so much for sharing that. You are skills and seen you. These lines are so fucking rich. People are the point at every pen. Yes, it's heartbreaking. Yes, let it break you. Brilliant. Thank you so much, ELA. R.I.P. August Ames. That's what I got from my friend Dave's. All of our fallen soldiers. Shout out to Dave. He had to go home and go to take a nap. May you have the most attractive complexion and make on time your subway connection. All right, that blessing. May you stop to smell the roses before the good book of the Lord closes. Alexa, what is the weather in Manhattan? That is my terrible John Malkovich, but Elmer did such a good job with that one. The words to these lyrics, she's not here anymore, but I know you, don't I know you? You are here with me. The vision is all I see, but who are you to me? Beautiful. I got ghosted many times this year, so that's shit. I was crying back there. I would never be the captain of a sub. Too much pressure. Thank you, Dan Laitman, for that. You may stumble along some stray branches, but you are real. That's some real shit. Paul Skiff with, I request you rematerialize into a person without animosity. You will be eaten by a compatibility of horrors. You are what the stars reach for. These are some rich fucking lines. I'm telling you. Am I a victim or am I just a fool? My body is a no man's land and you put it through hell. Thank you, Mandy, wherever you are. Sometimes I feel like I need to scream. Now, that was some real ass shit. All right, on the count of 3, let's scream a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yeah. While she was talking, I'm like, I'm going to let her scream. Thank you so much for that. How many chances will the trees give us till they give up? Come on, TJ. America, you're looking more like America. America, I don't know what you've become. Thank you so much for that brand of absurdist comedy. This country's absurd. It needed that. Thank you. Creep is a great song. Ely made it even better. That was just in my notes somewhere, Ely. That was for you. When it comes to meeting new people, I truly don't mind. It was great meeting you, Nathaniel. Nathaniel dipped into the night, but thank you for exploring that. I'm not afraid of heights. Yeah? That was Madrid, right? And you're not afraid of doing the hard things by coming to this new space. Thank you so much, Madrid. All right. And then Grace, that impossible dash has forced my hand. Take it. I want you to have it. Thank you so much for taking this opportunity tonight and every Wednesday to share your expressions, your art with us and everyone in this room. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did something beautiful and you are beautiful. Go out, talk to each other while we pack up. My name's Brian, the motel guy, signing off. Bye.